Alright, Bobalosrex here, and today we're talking about the raid. I'm going to take a first look at the raid journal. A lot of it's unfinished, but let's take a look. I'm over here at the raid entrance. It's going to be up here. As you can see, it's behind that barrier, that big, bright barrier I created. Big, beautiful, bright barrier I created. But, yeah, that's the raid back there. Now let's get to it. Amirdrassil, the Dream's Hope. Having been carefully nurtured within the Emerald Dream, Amirdrassil is in bloom and ready to cross into Azeroth. But the fate of the New World Tree cannot be secured until Azeroth's champion come together to face Farok and his molten allies before he devours the heart of Amirdrassil and bathes the world in flames. Dun dun dun. Alright, first boss. Gnarled. Once a devoted protector of the Emerald Dream, this former ancient has been ravaged by flame and now only seeks to destroy. He's got feet and a charm. Interesting. And let's look at his mod. Ooh. He looks like a Jarden infused ancient. But I mean, he's just Shadow Flame infused. He's got ads, it seems. Alright, Gnarled. Not a happy guy. Kinda got gnarled. Alright, let's look at the next boss. Egira the Cruel. Driven by cruelty, Egira is able to forge devastating weapons from the screams of her enemies. Within the verdant realm of the Emerald Dream, the Torturer seeks to expand her arsenal. I think it's cool that we were introduced to her in 10.1, but now she's a boss. She's kind of been hanging around. She's got an Agi axe over here. Let's take a little look. We're looking at the raid. Might as well take a look at that. That axe looks kind of meh. More recipes? Oh! From the Vault of Carnates and Aberrus. That's cool. Got some cool trinkets here. And then that's the... Oh, wait. No wonder I couldn't see all the loot. Okay, I'll look if there's a very rare... you know what? I gotta look at the shield. What about this mace? Oh, that looks good. And then the staff. It's alright. Alright, Egira. And we know what she looked like. Alright, they're giving me a close-up. But we all seen her before. Alright, next boss. Valkaros. It is said that Valkaros, the lava serpent, is so vast that no creature has lived long enough to see him in his entirety. The gargantuan viper will now coils himself around the Emerald Dream to devour it whole. So is this a snake from the Firelands that we never saw? The Firelands world serpent? Alright, let's see him. Oh yeah, he looking feisty. Oh my god. He's giving me Narjarala vibes too. Dude, everything's Monster Hunter to me right now. And then you fight his little tail. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm getting mad Narjarala vibes. What's he got? Sword. Ooh, I like that sword. That's a big juicy sword. Then we got a gun. The flame gun. Alright. Oh, a hidden item. Alright, Council of Dreams. The Council of Dreams are steadfast in their duties as defenders. Pip employs lethal trickery to confound his victims, while Urktos relies on brute strength to demolish his enemies. Erwin uses her wisdom and cunning to dominate the field and guide her fellow council members. Alright. And we got the models. Urktos. Alright, I guess they're just fighting us and they're just like a bunch of dudes. Maybe they're testing us or something. And then Pip. Good old Pip. Okay, and they're at full council. They got that whole, if one of them falls, the other one gets up. Dude, this fist weapon looks sick. This fist weapon looks sick. Thorncaller's Claw, fist weapon. Oh my god, that's gonna be so good for demon hunters and rogues. And feral druids. Int, one hand, int dagger. Alright, that's just a little stabby. Offhand, what is this? It's something. I'm not a fan. Got a cool trinket, it looks like Gift of Urktos. Interesting. Those could be cool. I'm not one to... Wait, what? Join the Dream Team, gaining 253 of Pip's Mastery, Urktos Vitality, or Airwind's Critical Strike based on your current best friend. Your spells and abilities have a chance to tag in the next best friend, granting you their passive bonus and empowering it. That's funny. And then Gift of Urktos. Taking damage from a nearby enemy causes you to counterattack for damage, gaining 1 stack of Rising Rage. Giving you agility. Stacks of Rising Rage gain Fury of Urktos. Counteracting all blows and regenerating health. Oh, that could be cool. That's a tank trinket. What are the trinkets we have? Missing. The Bandolier of Twisted Blades. This one looks cool. Plunge Twisted Blades into your target, dealing physical, and then ignite them for Shadow Flame. That look good. And then Branch of the Tormented Ancient. Summon 6 roots to draw on their power for 15 seconds, slowing you by 10% per root. Your next 6 melee attacks each sever a root, dealing additional Shadow Flame damage split between enemies. Okay. That's something. Alright, so that was the council we looked at. Laradar, Keeper of the Flame. Once a faithful protector of the grove, Laradar succumbed to the power of flame. Now the Twisted Guardian is bent on reducing the dream and any who stand in his way to ash. Ash. Alright. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's the dude we fought at the quest, right? He escaped, I guess. And he's back for more. Laradar. Got big horns. Alright. And what has he got? He's got a polearm? Not a fan of the weapons for the most part. Well, that kind of looks cool. Alright. Formula. Weapon enchant. Smoldering Treant Seed. Replant the seedling and attempt to put out its flames for 12 seconds. Healing the seedling also heals up to blank injured allies for the same amount, split evenly. Healing is increased for each ally until additional healing is provided. If the seedling is still alive after 12 seconds, receive int for 10 seconds as thanks. That's cool. Healers summon a little dude to heal, and it heals your allies, and then you get a buff if you keep it up. That's kind of cool. Now we got Nimui, Weaver of the Cycle. Nimui was placed in the Verdant Realm by Aenar when she and Freya shaped the dream. Aenar and Freya shaped the dream together? Oh, in the Wellspring Temple, they enforce and protect the ordering of the Emerald Dream, weaving its wilderness into complex patterns. Oh, this is that lady. This thing looks cool. Let's look at the loot. Alright, we got a shield, a flaming shield from a grass boss. Nimui's Vengeful Spindle. Summon a wisp every 3 seconds that seeks out nearby enemies to apply Weaver's Scorn, stacking up to 5 times and dealing nature damage before fading away. Whips prioritize enemies that have yet to be scorned. Use. Channel for 2.5 seconds, reclaiming the essence of all scorned enemies to grant you mastery per sec. Consume up to 5 stacks and deal nature damage split between them. Interesting. Then we got Dreambinder, a very rare loot. Loom of the Great Cycle. Okay, that looks cool. I wish it would have effect, but maybe it's temp, maybe it will get an effect. That looks cool, though. I like that. Ooh, then we got a big boss here. Smolderon as the new Fire Lord. Smolderon unleashes the power of the Firelands to expand his domain and incinerate the Emerald Dream. Model. Why is his model not working? He has a model in game and they showed him in the raid. Interesting. Maybe he's a placeholder for Ragnaros. No. But I do hope Ragnaros shows up. Two-handed strength sword. Ooh. That looks nice. Alright, let's look at the Warglaves. Okay, I like the Warglaves. Alright. What trinkets you got, Smolderon? Ashes of the Ember Soul. Draw power from the remnants of the Ember Soul. Of the Dark Soul. Gain main stat, or agility, for 20 seconds to gain every 3 seconds. Once the effect ends, become burned out, losing haste for 60 seconds before recovering. When circumstances are dire, your soul ignites, granting this bonus again without decaying. This effect may only occur once per combat. Interesting. Alright, Infernal Signet Brand. Your attacks and abilities have a chance to viciously brand your target, dealing fire damage over 6 seconds and get true fire starter, stacking up the 15th time. Damage increases per stack to a maximum of a lot. While above 5 stacks, it also deals 50% of its damage to you. At 15 stacks, enemy near your target suffer 10% of the damage dealt, split between them. Firestarter decays every 5 seconds while out of combat and fades entirely over 15 seconds. Interesting. Alright, then we got the penultimate boss, Tendril Sage Swift, Seer of the Flame. This is that prophet dude, I think. Obsessed with restoring immortality to the Kalderai, Tendril Sage Swift, allied with Farok. On the cusp of Farok's victory, the Seer of Flame stands against the champions of Azeroth, ready to ensure Amirdrassil is reborn in flame! Scorches the platform. Train of Flame. Okay, so this is the dragon riding boss. He drops feathers to allow us to fly on our dragons. That's cool. That'll be cool. Tendril Sage Swift. Look at him. Oh my god, he's got cool tattoo stuff going on here. I mean, that's the chest piece. He looks cool, dude. Druid of the Flame unlocks when? So you got his Turbo Moonkin form. The Ultimate Firekin. His cool owl form, which is a mount drop off Mythic. And then his Burning Tree. Burning Tree, man. And let's see his loot. Two-hand in staff. I gotta give it credit, though. This does look like the metal also looks like a flame. But I'm not a fan, really. That's a thick dagger. Holy crap, that's a thick dagger. Let's look at the bow. Alright. Belorrelos. The Sunstone. Ooh. Unleash a solar maelstrom, slowing yourself and nearby enemies before erupting in flames after 2 seconds to deal fire damage split between all enemies and a bunch more fire damage to you over 12 seconds. Castable while moving. Damage increased per enemy struck. Interesting. I'm surprised he doesn't have like a special drop. I'm surprised. There's probably still some. There's only one very rare drop other than the enchant. Interesting. Alright. The final boss, Farok the Blazing. There it is. Our second incarnate as a boss. Engorged with power of Shadow Flame and wielding the legendary axe, Fira Alath, Dream Render, Farok now prepares to feast on the energies of Amirdrassil itself, remaking the world in flame. He gonna feast on the energies and then burn it up. Model, look at him. And he's got his humanoid model 2. Yeah, he's gonna be a big boy. Alright, loot. Firax, cantrip, 2-hand staff agility. Your abilities have a chance to draw on the corruption within, dealing additional shadow flame damage to you and your target. Damage increased by 400% against targets above 90% health. Oh my god. It's something. It's not for me though. It's something. Firax cantrip, 1-hand axe. Your ability... Oh, okay, same thing. So he's got a bunch of these weapons that do that. Alright, and then 1-hand int mace. Does that do the same thing? Yep. Okay, so he's got a staffer, like druids, maybe hunters. Oh, and it even says Shadow Flame Corrupted. Shadow Flame Corrupted. And that's a 1-hand strength. And then a 1-hand int mace. Interesting. No, nothing for rogue, demon hunter, or... I mean, I guess a monk could use this, too. And then he's got some trinkets. Augury of the Primal Flame. Your spells and abilities have a low chance to grant Annihilating Flame for 30 seconds, causing your critical strikes to deal 30% additional damage as fire split between nearby enemies. The flame fades after dealing a ton of total additional damage. Damage and total limit increase per stack of enemy for enemy hit. Alright, Blossom of Amirdrassil. Healing an ally below 85% health grants them Blossom of Amirdrassil. Healing for an additional amount over 6 seconds. This effect may occur once per minute. If the target is fully healed when this effect expires, the Blossom spreads to 3 injured allies to heal them for health over 6 seconds. If the target is not fully healed, the Blossom blooms to absorb damage instead. Interesting. Tainted Rage Heart. Deal Shadow Flame damage to you and nearby enemies every 3 seconds while in combat. Give into the Rage Heart on use. Give into the Rage Heart, absorbing damage but suffering some Shadow Flame damage and lasting out at nearby enemies every 1 second to deal additional Shadow Flame damage split between nearby enemies. Okay. And then Embodiment of Shadow Flame, so that's the Firax mouse skin. We'll look at that at some point. Then there's that. Same thing. And then on Mythic, it's supposed to drop the bird. But yeah, okay. That was the raid. That looks super good. I'm excited. But anyways, that's it. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.